Welcome back to A Day in the Life of Mocha Sister. And as you know, I do work um, for the federal government. So I want to do a deep dive because sometimes people ask me questions about certain things they see in regards to applying for federal jobs. As you know, it took me about 41 applications later to get my first federal position. I'm working in a telework position. And the bottom line is, on the screen, you'll see a snippet of like my offer that I received. And one of the things that you'll see, it says telework may be authorized at supervisory discretion. That's very important to see. If it does not say authorized, that means that telework is up to the supervisor's discretion. In my case, it took about 6 months for me to actually get teleworking, and I started teleworking this month. Um, You will also see my position says this position is not eligible for remote or virtual work because it's on a facility. It's at a facility, and I'm required to be on site um, a few days a week. So at the beginning of my process, I had to be on site 5 days a week. Now I will be on site 2 days a week, 3 days a week, and working from home 2 days a week. Remote does not mean fully remote. So if you take telework, that means you will work a few days from home, not all days. And it's not guaranteed. It's up to your supervisor to be confident in the work that you're doing. Um, also on your offer, you'll see what your employment system is and what your probationary trial period is. My trial period is a full year. So just keep that in mind. In the private industry, sometimes your probationary period is 90 days. It's not 1 year. So keep all of that in mind as well. On the next screen, we're going to talk about remote work briefly. So what you're looking on the screen now is a recent snippet of a ad that I pulled up. And basically, it breaks down what the position is, the pay grade, where it's located, and it's a remote job. Now, anytime you see a remote position posted in the federal government on USA Jobs, um, you will see it says anywhere in the US remote job. That means it could be at your house or whatever location you're going to be working at. That location that you're going to be working at needs to be fully wired with internet and meets the requirements of the federal government so you can actually work remote. Um, and you'll see the breakdown. It says this is a remote position. However, the position reports to a office on a periodic basis. So if you got a meeting or something where that requires you to be at that organization's office, you do need to go to that office. So even though it's fully remote, there may be times that you have to go into the office on a periodic basis, which is not that much, okay? This is the golden standard that people want to get into. Understand you are competing with everybody under the moon for a remote job, and you also probably going to be competing with people who already been earmarked by a supervisor. It's called nepotism, but I'll get into that on a separate video. Um, the golden standard most people want is remote position, and you're competing with a lot of people. That's all I'm gonna tell you about that one. But I'll get more into federal jobs during the year since I'm a federal employee, and I'll provide some information for those who really are interested in federal employment. Meanwhile, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.